UK Sport is a government organisation which directs the development of sport within the United Kingdom. Following the huge success of the 2012 London Olympics, many international sporting federations are seeking to emulate Team GB's medal-winning formula. We caught up with two of the key players within that highly successful UK Sport team. First up, we spoke to CEO Liz Nicholl, who has played a pioneering role in the development of the elite sports system in the past decade. We also heard from Simon Timson, who heads the performance advisor team. They're tasked with delivering vital support programmes in talent identification, development and coaching. We began by asking Liz about the new challenges for UK sport after the sensational 2012 Olympic Games.
It's been an amazing challenge when you think about what we all experienced in London, which was something incredibly special, with the whole nation getting behind our British athletes and the whole nation feeling the positive impact of that medal success that really made the nation proud, and those huge audiences that were in the arenas. It's a big act to follow, and the medal outcome was amazing, with 65 Olympic medals and 120 Paralympic medals. So we've set the ambition, to do what no host nation's done before and win more medals at the next Games, which, if it was easy, other nations would have done it. So it's a massive challenge. And what that's meant is that everybody in the system has had to really get behind that goal, because every ounce of effort and energy needs to be directed in the right place, doing the right things to support the right athletes and sports to help make that happen. So it's been an enormous but exciting challenge, and also we're very conscious that the environment in Rio is going to be very different. There'll be fewer members of the British public there to support our athletes. And so we're trying to use this period in this 4 years to continue to keep the profile of Olympic and Paralympic athletes and sports really high, to get the nation behind our athletes. We're bringing more events here to the UK so that our athletes can compete on home soil and qualify for the Games and win medals in front of their supporters here, so that we can take the British public on a journey in the hope that they will stick with our athletes and watch from a distance, some of them there in Rio, but at very different times of the day on the television, and we hope they'll be really, the athletes will feel the support of the nation still behind them, even though that they won't be here in London, but they'll be in Rio de Janeiro doing their very best. So, in this period, with this incredible challenge that we now have, we are having to drive every ounce of opportunity that there is to actually engage other partners in this mission. So it is important that we work with commercial partners, business partners, to bring whatever expertise we can, additional expertise and resources around the table to really help our athletes achieve great success again in Rio. And coupled with that is the opportunity that there is to release talent that's out there that is in the British sporting system but not necessarily contributing at a high performance level yet. And I'm thinking about more women into the leadership roles, more women into performance leadership roles, more women into performance coaching roles, because while about 44% of our athletes that we fund are women, only about 10 to 15% of our coaches supporting those athletes are women. So that just tells us that there's more opportunity that can be driven here to get more people engaged in this mission to continue to deliver medal success in Rio and beyond.
We're just over 1 year away from Rio, and I think a lot of our lottery-funded athletes and sports are in a really good position and excited about the prospects of the year ahead, with lots of key World Championships, World Cups, European Championships to come across summer 2015. That there's huge optimism as we look forward to Rio in a year's time. And we've already seen some great performances this year, like 3 medals at the Taekwondo World Championships, Bianca Walden becoming our first female world champion, David Samson, who's come through from fighting chance to win a silver medal at the World Champs in the welterweight category. And of course, Rochelle Booth's bronze medal, a young athlete coming through. So really excited about the potential in a sport like Taekwondo, where we've got an established Olympic champion in Jade Jones, and we hope to see her back on the podium as well in Rio next year. We've got lots of exciting sport to come with the Women's Hockey Champions Trophy here in London in the summer, and an opportunity for the girls to really stamp their mark on qualification for Rio and to regain really their level of performance that we saw with the bronze medal in London, having had a very disappointing World Cup last summer. I think the really exciting thing about Rio next year is that we're going to see some of our established stars like Jess Ennis in the heptathlon, Laura Trott and Jason Kenny on the track in cycling, aiming to deliver the goods again. But there's also some really exciting young emerging stars to watch, like our Taekwondo athletes. Adam Peaty, the first athlete in history to go under 58 seconds in the 100 metres breaststroke in swimming. We've got Katrina Johnson-Thompson coming through in the heptathlon, and she's going to challenge Jess, and that's going to be a fantastic duel to watch, I think, for the British public in Rio. We've got athletes coming through on the para side in para triathlon and para canoe, two new sports to the Paralympic Games as well. So it's going to be a real mix. We're going to see some of our established stars, you know, right in the mix again, fighting for medals, and some emerging new talent in new and different sports coming through as well. Whilst we're just 1 year away from Rio, of course, we've also got the Olympic Winter Games in Pyeongchang in 2018, and coming from a winter sports background, I'm really excited about the potential there. And can British skeleton make it a 5th medal in a row, a hat-trick of gold medals in Pyeongchang? Maybe we'll see Lizzie Arnold on the top step of the podium again. But then there's some new events coming in, which I think are really going to inspire and excite the British public. Like we've got mixed pair curling, so one girl, one boy in the team competing together, a shortened format of the game, which I think will really capture the public imagination. And then freestyle ski and snowboard, again, getting bigger. We've got big air in the Olympic Games for the first time. And Billy Morgan, who, you know, was a worldwide sensation on YouTube and Twitter and Facebook after being the first person to pull off a backside quad cork earlier this winter. So huge potential there. So lots to look forward to for Great Britain in Pyeongchang in 2018. Everyone at UK Sport and the 38 summer sports that we support are really excited by the Every Road to Rio campaign and the major events that we're going to be hosting between now and the Rio Olympics in August next year. Some of the highlights include the Gymnastics World Championships in Glasgow, the Women's Champions Trophy Hockey in August, of course the Track Cycling World Championships at the Olympic Velodrome in February next year. And those are really crucial events for us because they carry either key world ranking points that will count towards Olympic qualification or actual quota qualification spots for the Olympic Games. And it gives our athletes the opportunity with home field advantage to put in some great performances and secure those really important qualification places for Rio. UK Sports mission has two core components to it. Firstly, to become the first nation to be more successful post-hosting. In other words, win 66 Olympic and 121 Paralympic medals in Rio. But also to develop a stronger, more sustainable system for high-performance sport across the UK. And creating vibrant pathways and pipelines of talent that keep an oversupply of more talented athletes coming through into our world-class programs is at the heart of a strong and sustainable high-performance system. So talent attraction campaigns like Sporting Giants, Fighting Chance, Girls for Gold are absolutely essential and critical to each of the sports that we invest National Lottery funds in, sustaining their success in the long term for the 2024 and 2028 Olympic and Paralympic Games. So we see them playing a huge role going forward, and we hope to see more Olympic gold medalists like Helen Glover coming through those programs, more world champions like Bianca Walden coming through those programs, and hopefully, you know, even greater success in Tokyo and beyond.
Well, very early in every Olympic and Paralympic cycle, we start our planning for the next cycle. So in December of 2013, we started planning here for the Tokyo cycle, so that we could engage with sports well in advance of Rio to help them prepare their business plans for the next cycle, and so that we don't lose any momentum as we come through a major games, that we can make big decisions here about future investment without losing any momentum on that journey through to the next potential medal success in Tokyo. So as part of that planning, we decided it was timely to ask the British public and partners in the system about whether they supported our approach to the focus on medal success, the focus on Olympic and Paralympic sports, the 8-year pathway looking at 2 Olympic cycles, and is there anything we could do differently and better? And so the consultation was a very open one, and the feedback we had was incredibly positive. So there was a strong acknowledgement that what we're doing, what the system is doing, what we're achieving works, and that actually we should build on that success and not change course of direction here, but that there are some things we could do more of. So we could dig deeper and support more athletes and sports if we had more resources to do so, and more sports and more athletes could have the potential to achieve medal success. We could provide some performance expertise broader, outside of the Olympic and Paralympic sports, to performance consultancy, advice and guidance, and share the knowledge that we've got. So there was a general feeling that people were asking for more of us, not to stop doing what we're doing, but can we spread that benefit further? And you know, there's those were the big messages that came out of that consultation.